Hello everybody, my name is Bảo Lâm. I'm 30 years old and I'm in class Discovery 4. Today I will talk about a very special dish. It's bún bò Huế, one of the best dishes and the perfect breakfast for everyone. Firstly, I will tell you some basic things about bún bò Huế. Bún bò Huế is like a bowl of noodles, some beef, some toppings around that I will talk later. These green dots are green onions, and this is chopped onions. And the broth is also cooked very well, and it's very well seasoned. Next I will tell you about some main parts of this presentation. First, I will talk about some historical facts, then ingredients, and last but not least, some interesting facts about this dish. First, I will tell you about some historical facts. Bún bò Huế was first created by a woman called, we can call it cô bún or Miss Noodles. She owns a restaurant in a small village of Huế province of central Vietnam. Her cooking skills are so great that her restaurant is the most visited place in the village. But after 3 consecutive years of crop failure, the people in the village thinks that her noodles insulted the god, so she was forced to move to another village. When she moved to another village, he changed the recipe. The broth is more savory, and she changed how she cooked the beef to make it more tender and more seasoned. After that change, bún bò Huế soon exploded and popularized all around the whole country, and it even got a better version to be served in royal places, and even the emperor of that time even tried it and has some good reviews about it. Next, I will tell you about the ingredients. There are 2 main things: is the broth and the toppings. The broth is basically some water. They put some pineapple, a whole onion, and ginger. In the broth, to make the taste and some seasoning, you can put beef knuckles, which is over here, as you can see. The beef marrow is the part inside of the beef bone, and beef shank, which is this part right here. It's the same as human. Now we move to the toppings. The toppings are beef brisket they can be grilled or be boiled, but they usually be grilled with some black crunch outside, and the pink inner side. You cannot miss the basil and herbs in this dish. As you can see, I draw it here. It adds some freshness and makes the broth clearer, so you don't feel a bit full. We also eat with some bean sprouts, which is kind of crunchy and delicious. They're also very good for your health. If you want, you can also add some chopped onions, spring onions, some pork hocks, which is here. It's like this part of the pig. It has some chewy skin and tender meat inside. Also, you can eat some of the marrow too. And last but not least of the toppings is, if you want, you can ask the owner to put some of your pork or beef balls in it. it kind of tastes good. And lastly, I will talk about the origins of the ingredients. The beef and pork parts are taken from the local farm, and they always stored carefully to ensure the quality. The basil, herbs, or some more crop things and spices are usually the owner can grow it themselves, can buy it from the supermarket, or just look for some in the farmers market. Next, I'll talk about some interesting facts about Bún Bò Huế. In Vietnam, there's three big areas: is the northern of Vietnam, central Vietnam, and south Vietnam. In the northern Vietnam, people here usually have the broth more salty, savory, and have a strong aroma. In the central Vietnam, people usually eat with a lot of spice, a bit fatty, and less savory. And in southern Vietnam, the broth is kind of sugary and high in fat. And another thing I can tell you about is after some students in a University of Vietnam did investigations about some people that will they choose bún bò Huế or phở, which is very popular for their breakfast, and most people choose bún bò Huế because it's more fulfilling and more cheaper. This is the end of. I forgot. To conclusion, we can say that bún bò Huế is a great dish. It's also called the culinary achievement of Vietnam, and it's the pride of my downtown, of my hometown. This is the end of my presentation. Does anybody here have the question? Okay, you.
So why did at the first village people thought that her noodle is a disgrace to the gods?
I don't know. Maybe they killed the animals. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know much. How about you?
How do you feel about the food after you taste it?
After tasting, it's like the aftertaste will last kind of long, and the taste is it's kind of savory. I can eat it like 2 bowls a day, if I want. Any last questions? Okay, thank you for listening. Goodbye.